Hello all, it's Mr. Callen here to help you with the assignment Problem Detective Operations of Rational Numbers. Directions here, we're going to determine what type of problem it is. We're going to write an expression. We're going to show your work, of course, and then yes, we're going to circle our final answer. Now I'm going to ask you to skip to the very last problem because I noticed on the answer sheet that it doesn't make sense. A couple things don't make sense. First of all, it said Cody decreased the speed of his car by 3.5 miles per second. Well, that's the fastest car on the planet. If you're going miles per second in a car, then that's amazing, and that really doesn't exist. So I'm going to change the problem slightly to 34.8 miles per hour. Now that makes sense. Cars travel that much. So let's go ahead and read this together. Cody decreased the speed of his car by 34.8 miles per hour over a period of 60 seconds. Find the average change in speed each second. Now before I go and I mark this up, because we always mark up the text that we read, think about what's happening. All right, Cody's driving a car, and he is decreasing, or he is slowing his car down by a certain amount over about a minute. And we're going to find the average change in Cody's speed. Notice I tried to say that there without using any numbers. Now I go back and I mark that text up. For instance, what's the question? We box in that question. Find the average change in speed each second. Now that's important. Secondly, that word decreased, obviously that's important. 34.8 miles per hour, period of 60 seconds. All right, now let me tell you why that word average is so important. Anytime you're finding an average, you add up a bunch of things, $10, $5, $5, $0, $0, whatever the case might be, and then you divide it by the total number. In this case, there were 5 different days that we were trying to earn money. So the average, ladies and gentlemen, is going to take his speed or his change and divide it by the number that change happened over. All right, let me rewrite that. What was the change in Cody's speed? Well, first of all, that word decrease is going to be huge. And his speed went down 34.8 miles per hour. And it says right here, it happened over the course of 60 seconds. So this is what we're going to divide. And before we divide anything, I'm going to ask myself, will our answer be positive or negative? Well, look, we are decreasing, even if we split it up into 60 parts, if we decrease 34 miles and 0.8 of a mile per hour, and then we split it up into 60 parts. Well, every one of those parts is going to go down. So we know our answer will have a negative amount. Now let's go ahead and try to divide 34.8 into 60. Now, do we have to change the decimal place? No. 60, the divisor, is already a whole number. So let's just bring our decimal straight up and start going. 60 does not go into 3, nor does it go into 34. Okay. But we can bring an 8 down now. 60 goes into 348 5 times. 5 times 60 is 300, leaving us with 48. And if we add a 0 in there, 60 goes into 480 8 times, leaving us with a change, and I'm going to write this answer in red and then, of course, circle it, a change of about a half, or precisely 58 miles per hour each and every second. I'm going to write SEC for second. Sorry I wrote so big. But that is what we have, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Mr. Callen, shame on you. This is a division problem. Now I'm going to be very clear about this. We have changed this problem. The answer sheet's going to be wrong. Let's see which students didn't watch the video. I'm hoping that you all did and you're all being successful. That's all I have for today, folks. Go ahead with the rest of this assignment, front page, back page, and circle what kind of problem it is. Make sure to show your work and make sure to circle your answer over here. That's all I got, folks. Take care. Do well.